Hey everybody, this is my first video on the channel where we're going to break down the fake news in Canada and all across the world. A lot of the globalists have infiltrated the news sites and organizations across the whole world, and they're trying to block the comment section. So for this channel, I just want a place where we can all comment and come to the truth and the facts without being blocked in the comment section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment on their videos, upload it onto my channel. We can all comment and we can laugh at them and we can expose the truth. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get started with a video about the ICE shooting that took place in Minneapolis recently.
I'm going to show you the moment an immigrant...
And this is a CBC News video in Canada, and they like to block their comment section, so we're going to get a lot of videos from them on my channel.
Immigration officer shoots and kills a woman in Minneapolis. 37-year-old Renee Good.
Okay, so Renee Good was a paid agitator under the umbrella group. Soros has a bunch of umbrella groups that he pays to agitate, and they pay them to show up and protest, and she was under one of these groups.
Disturbing, but it's critical to understanding how the law will handle those who enforce it. And really, it boils down to about 3 seconds and 3 shots fired. The driver of an SUV reverses, pulls forward, and the agent in harm's way shoots and kills.
Okay, so as you see there, a split-second decision. She did not listen to the orders of the officer. She was there protesting. She was blocking roads with her car. She was agitating, causing disturbance. She has a right to protest, but she does not have a right to cause harm and do illegal things and put the lives of officers in danger. That you don't have a right to do that. You have a right to protest, but you don't have a right to do that. And as you can see there,
these pulls forward.
There he is right there. This guy had already been run over just the last summer. He had another incident where another car, he tried to arrest a pedophile immigrant from, I believe, I can't remember the country right now, but he tried to grab him out of the car. The guy drove off, and the ICE officer was dragged along, and his arm was cut open. He had something like 30 stitches, so he's already faced the situation before, and here we are again, and as you can see, he has a split second to decide whether she's trying to run him over or she's trying to leave.
And the agent in harm's way shoots and kills.
Okay, so all that she had to do was not pull off, just like the George Floyd incident, just like many of these other incidents. All you have to do is comply with them, and this is not going to happen, right? You don't run off, and you don't start playing games when people are like, because that's how mistakes happen, okay?
Crucial moments.
And I get it. Police brutality is bad. I don't support any of that. However, there is a rule of law that we have in the West, and we all respect that because that's what separates us from being ruled by thugs and criminals and stuff like that. We agree that the law is something we need to keep our society going.
And very possibly this video in particular, the clearest I've yet to see, form much of the basis of the official government account of what happened. That the driver was a violent rioter who weaponized her vehicle in an attempt to kill, and that the ICE officer, fearing for his life, fired defensive shots. Within hours of the incident, Donald Trump would agree with that version of events, saying the driver of the SUV violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer, while also claiming the officer seems to have shot her in self-defense.
This vehicle was used to hit this officer. It was used as a weapon, and the officer feels as though his life was in jeopardy.
I'm going to take you frame by frame through what we know from video evidence, expert opinion, and hard rule.
Let the murderer leave! Experience an empowered ecosystem designed to deliver actionable insights that inspire growth and sustainability.
Okay, just hang with me, guys. We got a little commercial here.
Faster, accomplish more. That's the Connect effect.
The Department of Homeland Security, ICE agents were carrying out a quote-unquote targeted operation in Minneapolis, and the official account is that civilians were trying to block them in. Video of the shooting about to unfold appears...
Now you have to remember, she's a paid agitator under Soros's one of his umbrella groups. I don't have the name of it right now, but I saw evidence of that earlier, and it's 100% true.
To support this, with this dark red SUV blocking the road, and these are ICE agents.
So there you are. She's blocking the road, agitating.
Driver's side. We can see from this other angle, the SUV is actually parked here for some period of time. This man right here is the officer who within moments you will see drawing his gun. He's filming the car, walking around it, then disappears out of frame. Back to the other angle. The armed hooded agents approach, ordering the driver blocking their way to get out of the car. You can see here the reverse lights go on. Just a split second before, this ICE agent puts his hand on the door handle. He's going to try to open that door, but it's locked.
Okay, so look right there. Now you've got a car coming at you. He has a split second to make a decision. CBC wants to sit here and say, oh, well, let's look at it from this angle and this angle and this angle. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit different than a split second decision to save your life, so let's not even go there.
The voice we're hearing there is of a bystander. What we can't hear is the driver herself. That's a key piece of evidence we're missing, because when weighing the totality of what's happened, the apparent fight or flight of the driver absolutely factors in.
That can include verbal cues, facial tics, whatever you're seeing. Someone has a look in their eye, you need to get in there, interview the officers who are right there, interview the officer himself involved in the shooting, get a better understanding of what it was he was seeing and what led him to believe that this posed such an imminent danger.
No! Now, if we pause the video again right here, a whole series of things are about to happen in rapid succession, and I'll break them down one by one. First, you'll notice the reverse lights are off. The car's back in drive, sir, emerge.
You are a potential threat. For instance, if you're engaged in an arrest, you have your weapon out in most cases.
Into a parked vehicle on the side of and starting. The narrative of what happened, let's go from easy to hard. Recall the story told by the President of the United States that the driver of the SUV violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer. It is incorrect to say the ICE officer was run over.
No, he was not, quote, run over. You could say he was hit by the car, which is very similar to run over. But this guy is just trying to pick the little details here to try to basically gaslight people.
He's on his feet in front of the vehicle as
he's on his feet. Yeah, and the car is flying at him.
The driver hits the gas. He appears to almost jump out of the way, and by the time he's firing his second and third shots, he's clear of the vehicle's path. He's still standing, even as the driver loses control. And within seconds, he's walking towards the car after it's crashed. What we can't be sure of at this point is whether he was actually clipped by the car.
He was clipped. We see the other angle that CBC is not showing us. We've all seen the other angle. He was clipped. It's very obvious. There's another angle that CBC is not showing you here. They're not showing you for the reason that it shows he absolutely was clipped and he was about to be run over. They won't show you the other angle. There's a very clear angle of that. And that's another reason that you can tell that CBC is once again lying and trying to manipulate you.
Trump's account is that the officer took time to recover in hospital, and he offered this video as proof that the officer was indeed hit. From this angle, it does seem possible that he was, but it's not conclusive. The video is so grainy, and honestly, it's hard to tell whether the compression of the zoom is just making it look like he was hit, or whether he was actually hit. Going back to this angle,
there's another video that shows a better angle than that they're hiding purposely, because I've seen it. It's out there, so they've seen it as well, and they know it doesn't fit their story, so they're not showing you.
It's still not totally clear to me whether he was or wasn't. It's hard to tell if he's pushed back by the.
And again, if it's hard for you to tell when you're watching replay after replay from different angles, how the hell can you judge him for making a split-second decision? Okay, I mean that pretty much sums it up right there.
Car, or he's simply jumping back out of the way. In any case, the real legal question at hand isn't actually so much about whether the officer was run over. It's whether he was justified in shooting and killing the driver.
As he was crossing in front of a vehicle, which the training says you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't cross in front.
Okay, we've got Officer Lobsterhead. I can't remember there's some lobster, octopus, fish character on some show that this guy reminds me of. So Officer Lobsterhead here has an opinion.
And whether the training was followed is one thing to consider. This policy directive from the...
Let's not forget George Floyd's situation. Derek Chauvin was following policy. He had his knee on his back. That was correct policy, and he was charged with murder somehow. Last time I checked, murder is a decision to go out and kill somebody. And let's just... you really think that Derek Chauvin went out and decided to kill somebody that day? Or did he make a mistake on his job by sitting on his neck for too long, if you want to say that? But he was following procedure as well, and it just... so you didn't care about procedure last time, but now you want to care about procedure, right?
DHS law enforcement officers should avoid intentionally and unreasonably placing themselves in positions in which they have no alternative to using deadly force. Translation, if you truly believe the subject...
I mean, this is a valid point. Should you jump in front of the car? No, he shouldn't be there, but things happen in the heat of the moment. You know, that's why, especially when you're going to flee from police, you know, mistakes happen, you know. That's the risk that you put them in and the risk that you put yourself in, you know. That's kind of an accepted risk.
You're dealing with is a violent and dangerous rioter. It is not standard procedure to then step in front of the vehicle that they're driving. But what about when the situation turns deadly?
What I see is very clear. I see somebody not listening.
This is an inspiring...
Okay, everybody, I'm going to stop the video there. This is my first video. They're going to get a lot better. I just wanted to get a video out there today to kind of show you where the channel's going and what we're going to do with it. I want you to comment and let me know what you think about the situation. I want, you know, free speech, and CBC blocked the comments on their video for this. So, you know, anything you have to say about the video, put it in there, and you know, I'm going to start making a lot more of these videos, and I really hope it gets some traction, because we need to really go over these lies and this fake news that's going on all across the world. It's not just Canada, it's everywhere. I see the same globalist funded media sites all across the world, Australia, New Zealand, it's everywhere. So everybody that feels the same way, let's all comment. Let's get to the truth, and let me know what you think. Even if you disagree, I want to hear your opinion as well. You know, that's what free speech is all about. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Please subscribe. Please like. Let's get some algorithm going with this channel. Let's get it moving in the right direction. Thanks, everybody.